Yes, but actually no. Zero cycling in Honkai Star Rail refers to you completing the in-game content in under, as the name implies, 0 cycles. And in this video, I want to give my thoughts on it. Is it actually useful? Should you do it? And all that good stuff. Star Rail is a turn-based combat game. The regular countdown system just wouldn't work that well, so it uses cycles as a form of time instead. In Star Rail, Memory of Chaos, and Pure Fiction, there's a visible cycle counter on the turn order, which is what's being used to gauge the cycle timer. In other games, this is simply the countdown timer to indicate similar things, like quest duration in Monster Hunter. In Apocalyptic Shadow, it uses a more specific timer and that it counts you per action value instead, rather than cycles. Point is, it's a timer. So why do people do 0 cycles? Does it give extra rewards? No. Does it give any rewards? No. Do the devs listen or acknowledge your accomplishments of doing a 0 cycle? No. So why is there a group of players who are heavily obsessed with it? The way I see it, there are two main reasons. The first reason is simply for fun. There's not that many things to do after you reach a certain point in the game, so the only thing you can do are just arbitrary goals like speedrunning, or in this case, 0 cycling. And it can be a fun conversation to have with your like-minded sweaty buddies like, "Yo, I just saw Jing Yuan 0 cycle! Oh my god! Insane! Absolute cinema! Our general is so back!" And since 0 cycling also has a challenge element in it, people also like to see how far can they push for their limits. Like doing a 0 cycle with a level 40 DPS, or doing a 0 cycle with a sustain, which is usually a damage loss because you could be using an offensive support instead, or doing a 0 cycle on auto. The other reason is to simply set a standard, or at least a high bar of a standard. There are people who are more passionate about the game and they run numbers down to figure out what's best for which character, their team, their builds, how to play them, and all that good stuff. Your guide makers, your theory crafters, your CN content translators, while they probably don't directly aim for 0 cycles, it is something they keep in mind to make sure that whatever guide they put up, it can help us improve our counts. At least I hope they're trying to help improve our count. Why is Fei Xiao on full defense build bad? Well, because attack damage crit is better. Why is it better? Well, because it clear faster. Now I know that was a terrible example, and that someone is probably gonna try to run it and actually get the clear, but you get my point. If A can clear faster than B, then it's considered to be better. Sometimes it's a much simpler case of A does more damage than B. But this is usually taken to the extremes. If A can do 0 cycle, while B can only do 2 cycles, then A is better, while B is absolute most horrendous piece of garbage to ever exist in the galaxy, and it should kill. Some people have 0 cycles as the bare minimum standard of judging things. Others has it set on simply getting a 3-star clear. Some people even go further, like 0 action value, or the polar opposite. They feel they're doing fine, they don't need the extra stars, so they don't care. And all of these are fine. The problem is when these people clash and they force each other's standards on the other party. Like I mentioned in my last video, which you guys should watch by the way, the difference in rewards between a 10 floor clear versus a 12 floor clear is a mere single pull every 2 weeks. And the difference between, as of making this video, 10 cycles versus 0 cycles is absolutely nothing. Everyone should be able to play and enjoy the game however they like, even if certain standards will offer you more in-game rewards. If the other party simply isn't interested, regardless of their reasoning, may it be they have the money to compensate the loss in pulls, or they quite literally just don't care, then just let them be. They're not interested in the 0 cycles, it is what it is. And this goes both ways. If some people are enjoying the thrill of doing 0 cycles, or if a whale wants to show off their flashy full E6 S5 doing a 0 action value clear, then you shouldn't berate them for doing it as well. You also shouldn't go to their YouTube and comment sections and be like, "Why are you posting this on YouTube?" Everyone is having fun in their own ways. So is 0 cycling actually useless? It has its uses, like a standard that's set to figure out what's the best builds on characters. But it is at the end of the day just an arbitrary goal to achieve, and it offers no extra rewards, at least as of making this video. Should you try to do it though? Honestly, yeah. I remember my first ever 0 cycle, albeit some people would probably disregard it for being too easy, too brain dead, and that it doesn't take any skill or knowledge to pull off, and that the game handed it to me on a silver platter. It was a E1 Firefly 0 cycle against the Core on her initial release. I lost the actual footage, but I'll pull up my other Firefly Core 0 cycle clip that I have. I remember it being a very hype moment for me, because I used to be known by my buddies as the 10 cycle Remy, since I'd always take 10 cycles to clear MOC, or even fail to get 3-star at times. So when I actually get the 0 cycle for the first time ever, it felt very rewarding. It's satisfying. It's like you're fighting Fatalis in Monster Hunter. It was a hard fight, you launched the Dragonator, proof of hero played, and then you fight some more to the bitter end, and then you finally see the kill screen. It felt like a huge sigh of relief, and I really enjoyed the moment. Even if it wasn't an impressive 0 cycle, it was my 0 cycle clear, and that's all that matters. But after all that, I went back to 10 cycle Remy, baby. Let's go! I ain't doing that ever again, unless it's very easy, because I can't be bothered to try and do it again. Nah, I ain't doing it. I'm good, I've had my fun. So yeah, I think it's a fun thing to try, at least once. Or even if you're not interested in trying for a 0 cycle, it is still a good goal to set your account towards. Like, to progress your account. The lesser cycles you do, that means your account is progressing better, you know. But that's just me. And that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment down your thoughts. Feedbacks are greatly appreciated, and I'll be reading through them. If you want to see more of me, consider hitting the subscribe button, it's free. I'll be doing more of these Yap videos in the future, even for other games. Now take a sip of water and have a good day.